Social networking, an idea that actually built on the concept that there could be a little slice of the internet for every single user. Ever since the internet came into existence and really rose in popularity in the late 1990s, it was something where everybody wondered if they could have a slice of it. Back then it was having your own website or managing your own message board, something that you typically had to program by yourself. But with social networking, there is a predetermined formula and way for you to get yourself out there. And now it's something that's being used on everything, whether it be businesses, whether it be restaurants, individuals, bands, or political candidates. It's something that now dominates the globe. But why is it that this social experience, this social network experiment really needed to occur? And what makes it so darn insatiable? I'm Cover Killer Nation, and we're going to take on social networking in this week's episode. So come along for the ride, won't you? Also, by the way, you should like all of my social media. The social media stuff is in the description box below, and you should definitely like my Facebook page, and you should become a follower of my Twitter, and I think that's all I have. So social networking was something that in the middle portion of the 2000s was originally just message boards and some crude dating sites. It was expanded with MySpace, which really took that concept and now gave each individual their own slice of MySpace's web space. You now had a profile, you had the ability to write a blog and write statuses and connect with other users. It was a way to expand your already expanding, friend base. Either that or some way in which you could talk with other people within your company and just harvest some new relationships. MySpace really enjoyed a nice little punch of popularity until Facebook overtook it, when Facebook by itself was just to help out with a college campus, and then expanded and now has become a multi-billion-dollar business. And Mark Zuckerberg's name is known by probably just as many people as those who know the Pope's name. Mark Zuckerberg probably is more popular than Pope, just by in terms of the name is on the mouth of people. It's typically, Zuckerberg, you fuck, dislike button now. So anyway, the whole process of social networking was a very alluring factor for a lot of people. Principally because now they were able to interconnect with individuals that they don't necessarily know all of that well. Either that or individuals that they share commonalities with. And it's also a way for people to talk to folks they're afraid to talk to. Like that girl in the coffee shop that you think is really cute, Phil? Yeah, Phil, I'm looking right at you. Her name is Louise. She's really, really nice. And let me just say this. She's a really great kisser. But now with Facebook and with other forms of social media, we could track the progress of our friends. We could now know if they're going to be in our area, especially if they were from far away. But this is something that also attracted celebrities. And now celebrities were using Facebook and getting on board, and Twitter and Instagram and all of these other services. And now celebrity worship is something that is extended to more than just Inside Edition and Entertainment Tonight. It is now extended to Instagram profiles and Facebook statuses, Twitter tweets, and it's something that now drives the news. It drives what news about pop culture is perpetuated on all of the gossip sites, the tabloid sites, and the rumor mills. It's one thing for us to invade these individuals with cameras, but now they literally are doing it to themselves, and they are reveling every single moment of it. Whenever Kylie Jenner gets 1 million likes or 1 million plus ones or whatever that she gets for taking little photos and stuff like that, it's basically just saying, I really like this, and I also think you're better than me. But enough about celebrities. We know way too much about them anyway, and we're going to talk about that in a future episode. What about the true shit that's on social networking? What about the true shit of the medium? Why is it that there are shows that are on YouTube? Like, why would you put that on the internet? Or why are there individuals that are reading tweets or statuses that lack a lot of education? It's because now every person that uses Facebook or any of these other social networking sites has their own unique and individual voice. We've invented Leet Speak or Facebook Speak, whatever it may be, a shorthand variety of the conversations that we use in everyday life and in text messages. Oh, goody gumdrops, we could talk about cell phones in a future episode. We probably will. And now we've applied it to the internet. Now slang has become key. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. Aside from all of the cultural and social mores that have become on target thanks to social media and have grown in power, this has been used as a marketing tool, and this has also been used as a propaganda tool. It's been shown as a way in which to distract the culture and distract everybody else, and they do it themselves. So in reality, there's no real startup fee, no money down, no cash on delivery. You have this set. All you have to do is sow the seeds and watch them run with it, and they run really, really fast. You would think they were running a sort of cyber marathon with the way in which simple ideas will enrage and destroy people's days and cause them the need to share their invaluable opinion with the remainder of the world, to ensure that everybody realizes that puppies are indeed cute. Aside from what that bastard TMZ reported that said that puppies are ugly motherfuckers. But that's, again, a small-scale example. Think of all of the things that in the past couple of years have been discussed and been trending on Facebook. We now have a Facebook trending bar, for Christ's sake, that will update you whenever somebody famous takes a selfie. That's what it's become to. That's news now. Thank you so fucking much, Instagram, Snapchat. Bleh. But it is now something where we talk about critical issues. We talk about the political election. It was very noted that in 2012 it was the Facebook election, or now in 2016 it very well could be the Snapchat election. But it's something that has also provided us with countless hours of entertainment, especially on Twitter and Reddit and Tumblr, those fun sites that have now given us the gender wars and gender identity wars. And no, I'm not talking about transgender. I'm talking about those that are inventing their own, and the whole die, cis, scum crap, and all that garbage, and that whole hypocritical bunch of crap that's turning into a phenomenon that is now being mocked incessantly. Realize you're being mocked. Realize you're being mocked, new feminists. Everybody's out to rape you. I think by looking in the mirror you raped yourself and should go to jail. There you have it. Bare bones. Simple. But now we talk about flags. We talk about the race wars re-escalating. We talk about critical issues and non-critical issues. We turn mountains into molehills, and I will give you a pair of examples to really perpetuate this. Of course, there has been a post that's been going around that's talking about breast cancer, that showcases a radiated breast that is going through treatments for the disease. And within the post, it talks about how what they do not want, or what they don't want to see, is the Free the Girls Day and Free the Breasts Day, or whatever it may be. Now, I know, boys, keep it in your pants. I know you want to see the titties and the tatas, but hear this one out. These individuals are saying that that's not what they need. They don't need individuals that just want to show their breasts on the internet because some movement told them to. They actually want, the funding. They actually want the expertise. They want the human element, people to go outside and actually march for the cause and try to raise awareness for this disease, as opposed to just showing their tits for no reason. Those of you that still want to show your tits, I have a folder that's waiting for you. That wasn't creepy at all. But as a secondary example, this is something that really could be taken either way. During Hurricane Patricia, there was just a bare-bones regular user that was complaining about the fact that Obama will no doubt send a care package to the Mexican people, basically giving them support, giving them aid because their homes were about to be ravaged, there was going to be dead, there was going to be injured, and that because of that, the price of eggs and milk would skyrocket, and the price of gas would become astronomical to the point that it would be affordable by nobody except for Donald Trump, and that we would be all homeless by Friday. Now, yes, this is a piece of satire, and that's understandable. The hypocritical element is the fact that they're essentially saying that nobody in Mexico deserves care whenever they themselves are EMT. Uh-oh, whoopsie, there comes the hypocritical coin, and that's what starts the wars. That's what starts the wars. It's whenever things get a little bit too close to home. We now have a lot of PC. We now have a lot of people that just say whatever the hell they want for the lulz. It is becoming a bit insane. In conclusion, though, social media and social networking is truly not all that bad if you use it for the enjoyment purpose that it should be used for. As a way to communicate with new individuals, as a way to communicate and keep in touch with those that perhaps no longer live in your town, in your city, or even in your state. Or as a way in which to find other fans that are just like you whenever it comes to something, whether it be heavy metal or whether it be knitting. There's literally a Facebook group for just about everybody. There's in fact one for Cover Killer Nation that you should check out, and you should also check out the We did that once, I know. Myself personally, there's probably about 300 to 400 friends that I have that are literally scattered all across the globe that I'm able to talk to every once in a while on occasion. And it's a really cool experience. It's very powerful. It's something that can get a little bit emotional at times. It's something that can definitely provide a lot of stress, especially for these teenagers that are now living MySpace and Facebook relationships. Well, I guess more one than the other, but you get my point. It's something where it becomes a further place for bullying, and I can understand that aside from the fact that you can turn this one off, and that's all that really needs to be said about that. But all those people, really, really cool. It's a very fun experience, and it's a great way to keep in touch with people that I haven't talked to ever since the days of college or even the days of my wee youth. And also, it's a great way to address some of the fans of the Cover Killer Nation. So if you use it for ways that are helpful to yourself and, basically use it just to have a good time and connect with some individuals, more power to you. I'm glad that you're able to do that. But if it's something where the only thing that you see is negativity, maybe it's time to take a step back for a little bit. Those are the people that are really ruining things, and it's also not helping you form your own individual thoughts. If you really want to know about some of the stuff that they're complaining about, study up on the issues. Look for stuff that's impartial. There's plenty of sites that are out there that are willing to give you a little bit of information, and then you can make your judgment call on your own, especially since we're coming up to the 2016 election. Do your homework about each and every one of the candidates, and make sure that you're doing your homework on websites that are impartial. Don't go to Fox News to read up about Democrats, and don't go to MSNBC to read up on Republicans. Don't watch episodes of The Apprentice to read up on Donald Trump, because there's no actual reading to do unless you count the closed captioning. So anyway, social networking, not all of that bad. The experiment itself, it has become a propaganda machine, and it has become a pretty big plague. But it's something that where the individual user can easily shut it off.